We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this.
And what this is from Merf's, we have Fresa Picante, which translates to spicy strawberries, as noted in the written review for this product, which is available in the description down below if you're interested. We have a strawberry and jalapeno, halfway up the heat scale, and this is absurd. That's not true at all. We got the dog on here, and so something Buffalo, New York. Is it where this is from, or is it from Denver, Colorado? Well, in any case, this, I thought I had done something from them before, but I don't think I have. This is actually, I've certainly been aware of them for quite some time, and I've looked at their sauces here and there, and I just don't, I'm trying to recall now, but I think none of them really jumped out at me. This one, of course, is one of their newer sauces to the lineup, and of course they've changed their sauces over time, I think, as well. So, let's take a look here. What we have strawberry, red jalapeno, lemon juice, monk fruit sweetener, which is very, very interesting, salt, and xanthan gum to hold it all together and give it a little bit of that gelatin jiggle. So, it's a, you know, the red jalapenos are actually adding a lot of color to this. It is not what I would say is a hugely strawberry colored sauce. See, we do have the strawberry seeds in there. We've got, this to me looks a lot more jalapeno-y, red jalapeno-y. So you got a sort of a red orangish bit of a hue to it. I don't think these are fire roasted. What if this was fire roasted? What if these were fire roasted jalapenos? Oh, baby. If anybody at Merf's happens to be watching this, what if you guys put out a limited edition fire roasted jalapeno version of this? That would be really interesting, I think. These are not, though. These are just seems to be regular jalapenos. Really appealing looking sauce if it was a regular hot sauce, which it isn't. This strikes me way more as a dessert sauce. And we'll get into that. We will get into that. I promise you, I assure you, stay glued to the edge of your seats because we will be getting to it. But first, let's taste it solo. So, very, very low heat. Almost, I mean, it's, you know, sometimes you get jalapenos at the gas station on your nachos that sometimes have just that little bit of punch. That's about as far as this gets. Definitely vast strawberry notes in this course. But it's a salty strawberry, and the monk fruit sweetener actually is doing a really interesting thing here in that it is dialing down. It's almost like a muted strawberry preserves in a lot of ways. It doesn't have that overwhelming sweetness to it that you would get with, you know, the pectin and sugar version that you use for jelly. Very reminiscent, though, of that type of product. Very reminiscent of a strawberry preserves. Just with some salt in there, and I don't see vinegar on here. I'm not sure if there's vinegar in here or not. It strikes me that there might be, but it's not listed. Sort of an interesting concoction. I'm not. I still, I've had probably a couple ounces of it here. I'm still not quite sure what to make of this exactly, but I do like it. It's a very likable sauce. The red habaneros, though, I think if they had roasted those, it brought out a little bit more of that flavor. Oh my golly goshkins! Fire roasting those would I think would be very, very interesting. All right, so we've just got. We're gonna do this two different ways. We're gonna use it as a regular hot sauce. So we've just got some chicken tendies here, and I'll tell you, these are not great chicken tendies. Like, look at these. These are tiny. It's like they split the regular chicken tendies in half so that they could just sell you more breading. I am so tired of food companies gouging everybody. It's just, everything has gotten so stupid lately. But I suppose we're all going to burn up before that becomes too glaring of a problem. The way things are going. All right. It's not bad here. It comes across a little bit odd though, because it is not keeping up with this, with the flavor of the breading. Doing a lot of reinforcement of the salt. You're losing so much of what makes this sauce interesting. That sort of strawberry aspect in this setting. It actually is a bit jarring here. Oh, hey, a free bone. Great. Thank you. What's that? You want your teeth intact? How about no? Alright. It actually is getting a bit weird. I don't want to have any more like that. Alright. As I mentioned, it's a dessert sauce. So, let me get a dessert. Here we have one of the advertisements I have seen a lot on the YouTubes. This Blue Bunny business. This is the Loaded Cones Brownie Bomb. I almost never have chocolate ice cream. And, it worked. Their stupid advertising worked on me. The strawberry cheesecake one, not good. This one is okay, but the big problem with these is that these are tiny. Like, these cones are small compared to like a regular drumstick. And I don't think they've improved it. They do have it's like a sundae, a vanilla caramel thing that I may get and I may not. If I see it on sale, I might just have it. But I thought, I never really do chocolate ice cream. Like, anytime I've had ice cream with a dessert sauce, it's always been vanilla. Part of that's because I keep vanilla on hand for a very specific reason that I will get into at some future point in a future video if enough people subscribe. All right, so this is overly sweet chocolate, of course. Let's get you a look at this. So you can see there's like these brownie things. There's these chocolate bunny shaped, like nobody notices these chocolate bunny shaped things. It has a ring of chocolate underneath that. And we're just gonna say, well, what if we have a strawberry chocolate brownie sundae in a cone? I've had this on pie. So, strawberry apple pie, I think is a good combination. This does very well on that. If I could find a strawberry rhubarb, I would give that a go. I come out of season for that. This is odd. The strawberry and chocolate I don't feel are working well together. They're not meshing. So it's a really interesting experience. That's kind of where the this is a bit too salty for dessert sauce as well. So it doesn't fit neatly into either world. It's too salty for dessert sauce.
But
it's too reminiscent. It's too reminiscent of strawberry preserves to really work well as a hot sauce. So this one, I think I would back to the drawing board a little bit with this, tweak it some. I do like the sauce. Flavor-wise, it's pretty enjoyable. And you put this on a berry pie, on apple, really anywhere where strawberries will be welcome. Margarita, maybe? I think you're good to go. Oh, oh, they shouldn't tempt me. We'll get into this in a second. First, so let's finish going through the rest of this. This would be better with vanilla. I think I made a mistake putting this on chocolate. I would find it enjoyable on vanilla. You know, that's the thing is that, like, unless I get pies, I don't know where I'm going to be using this. It's not. There's not enough sugar in this to really use it as a grill sauce. Although, I do think it would be really interesting on grilled shrimp. So I might do that. I might skewer up a bunch of raw shrimp and do it that way. Like starting with cooked shrimp, I think is not going to work. But I think if I marinate shrimp in this and then put that on a skewer, that could be really interesting. I might do that. If I do, and it comes out okay, then I will be putting a picture. I'll post a picture of it on my community tab where I put a lot of stuff this year. So check that out. It's sort of a additional bonus, I guess, if you're interested in that. Right here on YouTube. All right. That wasn't great. Honestly, those cones aren't that good to begin with. So, I guess it stands to reason. I can't let this pass, though. The verbiage on this label says that they guarantee that you'll use a whole bottle with every meal. Even if I had a strawberry salad, which might be interesting with this actually, that could be a good use of this. I think you have to kind of think outside of the box as to where to put this. But I've had it on chicken strips. I tried some on a burger. That wasn't any good. I've had it with pies, where I think it works the best. I have tried it with vanilla ice cream as well. And now with chocolate. And I've had a number of meals where this was a part of it. 5 fluid ounces is not a small amount of sauce. There's no sauce I would use 5 fluid ounces. Like that doesn't even make sense. Like, why put that on there? That doesn't make sense. Like, that kind of stuff is... It is so silly. And I really, really... As much as I complain about bad label design, and I think theirs are a little bit basic, but I think generally okay. Gets the point across. When you put verbiage like that on there, where it's kind of loosely a challenge, that's one of the things that stuck with me about Kajan's Happy Beaver. You know, you just... You sort of take a shot almost, I guess, at whoever's eating it, you know, with these sort of pseudo challenges. Like, why? Why are we doing that? Just make your sauce, man, you know? But anyway, back to this one. I would say yes, fire roast the jalapenos. And this, I think, is overly salty. It doesn't list a lot of salt in it per serving. I think the problem is that you have fairly subtle ingredients otherwise, and they sort of aren't able to stand up against the salt. And salt is something that even if you have the salt, it reads through pretty substantially. So I guess that'd be the two changes. One of them, I mean, you don't really have to make it roasted, you know, fire roasted jalapenos. I just think that'd be really interesting. But that one could be skipped. I do think that the salt should be dialed down a little bit here, though. And either embrace making it a dessert sauce, which is where I think it fits most naturally, or I guess you could try to tinker with it a little bit. But strawberry is not an ingredient that I don't think it lends itself well overall to just hot sauces generally. So that's what I would do. I would dial back the salt, fire roast jalapenos, and just try to make this a full-on dessert sauce. But that's me. So anyway, though, this is definitely very interesting. It is a very pleasant sauce, I think, overall. It just doesn't mesh with a lot of stuff. Flexibility is a tad low on this one. And we'll just leave it at that. So there you are. The Merf's Fresa Picante hot sauce.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.